Can you clarify your take on us leaving Afghanistan? You made it seem as if the mighty tally had us running scared and forced us out. No, I'm just saying that our project there was, we just spent so much money and we have nothing to show for it. We spent $2 trillion. I understand once you get past like million, it looks like nothing, but like, actually, I'm about to make a huge, hold on. I was going to make a huge guess. I was going to guess, do I think we spent more money in Afghanistan than we did for World War II, adjusted for inflation? World War II is a whole bunch of people mobilized.
Hey,
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, what?
my bad, slight correction. Could you go to 1 minute 46, sorry, 1 hour, 46 minutes and 40 seconds in the debate? That's where you should start watching from. And you don't have to watch to the end. You can just watch to where I pull up the stats and figures.
Gotcha.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye. Damn. Okay. So, look, okay, so people in chat are saying, not even close. World War II is way more. Somebody said in all caps, World War II was on an unimaginable scale. So, our adjusted for inflation spending in World War II was $4 trillion. And I'm pretty sure in Afghanistan, it was over 20 years, but in Afghanistan, I think we spent over $2 trillion, I think. Total spending, USA and Afghanistan, $2.3 trillion. One of the big issues that we had in Afghanistan is so much money went missing, just pumped into blocks that were getting paid so much. It was just an insane amount of cash that was pumped into this country, and it was just so horribly mismanaged. But yeah. What are blocks? Oh, just like neighborhood blocks. I don't know if I read that in the Afghanistan papers or cables or something, but like the idea that there was just like the square footage, like the money that would be allocated to different cities and blocks and projects was just an ungodly amount of money. I see all the fucking retards in chat that are spamming so happily over and over again. World War II was only 4 years. World War II was only 4 years. World War II. Yeah, World War II was a conflict that spanned like 5 different continents. Afghanistan was literally like 1 or 2 countries. I think most of the money went into Afghanistan and Pakistan. Yes, I'm aware of the time period. Thank you, retards. Jesus Christ. I saved this comment from YouTube chat. Did I permaban this guy? I hope you did. I hope I did. The depth to which Destiny's willing to go into the weeds to preserve his correctness turns me off. Sometimes shit is just wrong, and we know this from using nothing more than common sense. Based. Was it also just spent inefficiently? Why was it so much? It was just a ton of money going into projects with no accountability, I think. I think that was the huge thing. There was just like where the money was going and for what reason was just not, it was just really foolishly spent, is my understanding. You got to figure out the cost of doing the nuclear program too, since that was technically in the World War II budget. Would that have been super ultra expensive? Let's see if I can guess. How much money would the Manhattan Project have cost for building a nuclear bomb? Was the U.S. enriching the uranium ourselves? We must have been, right? It's not like we could offshore that to another country. It was a fucking world war. But the amount of uranium enriched was a very, very small amount, right? Because these were early bombs that didn't have much in them. I'm going to guess the Manhattan Project cost in adjusted dollars. I'm going to guess I want to say $100 billion. That's my guess. Could it have been way more? I'm going to say 100 billion. Fuck it. Let's find out. Manhattan project cost. Fuck, I way overshot. Okay. Fuck you guys for saying this was a huge part of the... This was a huge part of the budget. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. 30 billion by 20. Okay, never mind. Okay. It was way closer. Okay, my bad. Whew, okay. Not as bad. Okay. We were within an order of magnitude. The biggest, my guess would be the biggest expenditure, my guess would have been on the construction of the plants to enrich the uranium, like the centrifuges. That would be my guess. Breakdown. Engineer works, 390 million, special operating materials, Los Alamos project, blah, 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 blah. Oak Ridge. The gaseous diffusion plant, $500 million. And the electromagnetic plant, $500 million. The Clinton Laboratories? Wait, what? Right now, no Googling. What's the U.S. GDP and what's the U.S. budget for 2023? I don't even have any fucking idea. The U.S. GDP, it's high, isn't it? Like, I want to say 35 or 40 trillion. And you asked what our budget was. Is our GDP 40 trillion? I'm going to guess that the budget is 1 trillion, 4 trillion. That's my guess. U.S. GDP. Fuck, it's 25 trillion. U.S. budget, discretionary versus non-discretionary. My God. Discretionary spending for 2021 was 1.6 trillion. What was the non-discretionary? I guess 1 trillion, 4 trillion. So I guess 1 trillion for discretionary and then 4 trillion for non-discretionary. Non-discretionary spending 2023. Oh, like 3.8 trillion. Oh, we take that. We take that. We take that. Biden's budget is $8 trillion. I'm pretty sure when we refer to the budget, we almost always speak of just the mandatory spending, right? I believe that's how it's usually expressed. I could be wrong. Isn't it the total of mandatory plus discretionary? Yeah, but usually when you're talking about the budget, you don't really talk about the mandatory spending because it's mandatory. Usually you just talk about your discretionary. It's when people talk about the budget, they usually just talk about the discretionary. Usually, I believe so. Like, you've never heard somebody say, like, the current U.S. budget, we spend $6 trillion. You would say, like, oh, we're spending like 1 point whatever trillion, because usually they're just talking about discretionary spending. You just ignore the mandatory spending and ignore 75% of our outlays. I don't think anybody's ignoring it, Rage Pope. It just doesn't make sense to talk about it because it's non-discretionary, meaning you have to pay it. It's not negotiable. It's not considered part of the budget because no matter what you do, you don't negotiate over your non-discretionary spending. You have to do it, or else the country collapses. Isn't like 10% of the country millionaires insane? Millionaire is like a really stupid term. And I think that if you really want to understand people's money, you have to understand it as a function of three things. You have to understand it as a function of your wealth is what most people talk about when they say millionaire. Wealth is one part, but it doesn't mean anything. without the second part, which is age. That's really important. And then there's a third part that's pretty important called income, right? For instance, I don't know how wealthy a person is if they have a net worth of $1 million if they're 70 years old, right? That could literally just be a house that they own that's worth $600K and then a 401K over the total of their life that they've accumulated with $400,000 of net worth. This person would be a millionaire. But like, this is not like an extravagant lifestyle, right? That's going to be a lot different than a 25-year-old who might have a net worth of $1 million. That guy is way ahead of the curve, right? A 20-year-old with a net worth of $1 million is way ahead of a 65-year-old with a net worth of $5 million. It's an insanely huge difference. And then cash flow is also important. You would rather have a net worth of $50,000 making seven figures when you're 20 than having a net worth of $5 million when you're 70, with an income of, 50K, or I'm being really dramatic there. You'd rather have like high income is important. Now, if you're making seven figures a year and you have a net worth of 50K, something weird is going on there, but you know what I mean. Fuck, that guy was nice by the end. Do I want to retweet? Destiny destroys smug streamer. He was nice by the end, but man, oh man. Bro, when you're throwing at me I've read so many books, every philosophical treatise, all the world history, I'm like, bro, really? Can you tell me I did the quiz. That was the first time I've ever quizzed somebody, hardcore quizzed somebody. It felt bad. It felt dirty. But bro, every philosophical treatise. I've read exactly one philosophy book cover to cover. And it's Bertrand Russell's Problems of Philosophy, which is a very Babby-friendly intro. I don't even know if I would say this book probably covers less than an intro to philosophy class. Very, very, very gentle, very small. Babby's book too. Here's some a basic overview, a brief summary of the problems of philosophy. Basic things for, that's it. Yeah. He was not nice. He was super passive aggressive and condescending and just glazed you to keep it looking like he's... Yeah, I don't know about that too. Am I acquiescing to some form of manipulation there? Yeah. Have you read Simulacra and Simulation by Jean Baudrillard? I've read it's either a chapter or a small essay because he's got a full book that he published on that. I've not read the book, but there is is it like a 5 to 10 page essay that he posted? Was that all of this? Hold on, let me check. 174 pages. Fuck no, I have not read this whole thing. But I think I want to say he published a small essay on the concept of simulacrum first, but I could be wrong. Well, I know I've read something about this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have that concept in my head at all. And nailed in the point that despite reading, knowledge isn't always retained, meaning it's almost useless to have read them and brag about it. No, I think that what actually happened is I don't think he read anything. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's happened. He didn't read anything. I don't want to sound mean, but he kept cutting you off a lot. Yeah. And then, I don't understand. I don't understand. It could be so smug and condescending over like, look at the map. Oh, ha, ha. And then like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Whatever. Okay. The thing that annoys me the most about these conversations is like, if I haven't done like extensive reading on every single topic, then he could get me on any of these. And then I look like the idiot because he's willing to be so forward with it all. But it's like, damn, like Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Okay. What did he call him? Wegan? Is that what he called him? Wants us to watch this.
Too? Are babies indoctrinated into Hamas? Do they have a choice? Fuck. Same.
So, again, if you look at... So, like I was saying, if you're going to claim they're indiscriminately bombing, we can actually look at...
Show you why. I'm about to back that claim because you're going to see rubble.
Okay, can you let me talk, please?
Go for it, buddy.
So, if you're going to claim they're indiscriminately bombing, we can cross-reference this with other data of indiscriminate bombings. And we can look at civilian to fighter casualty ratios.
No, let's do the math, bro. Let's do the math. Let's take a look.
You can look at civilian to fighter casualty ratios. So Dresden bombing, for instance, Hiroshima, you see civilian to fighter casualty ratios that are around 1 or below 1 in terms of risk ratio. So basically, for every like 99 civilians, like 1 fighter's killed. That's what you tend to see with indiscriminate bombing. When you look at the civilian to fighter casualty ratio,
would you say? Oh, I agree. Okay. Would you tend to say that you also see with indiscriminate bombing, undue and complete destruction of infrastructure?
What does that mean?
Over a wide area. Would you say that's also an attribute that you would say applies to indiscriminate?
What is your takeaway from people being able to delude themselves into believing that they have a strong grasp on an issue? Well, it's funny because we ran to so many different places in that conversation, but one of the first things that we were going to go over was, I believe that the 2 big problems for the media, one is that issues have legitimately becoming more complicated, but 2 is that people are legitimately becoming less, it feels like less educated or less knowledgeable on things because of how we find information on the internet. Something that I would really like to know, because we can look at history through rose-tinted glasses. I'm curious. Okay, here's what I'm really curious about, okay? Were these videos consumed by ordinary working class Americans, or were these meant for like the upper class intellectual elite? Because like I've seen like old videos like this in 1937. It's explaining a differential, which is a fascinating piece of engineering in terms of how like gears plug into each other that allow what would seem like a simple operation that is actually really complicated, but then is actually solved very elegantly. Like there are these old black and white videos that explain things like these, and they explain these concepts really well. They don't treat you like a fucking retard. They do a really good job at like very simply breaking down the process, and they go step by step to construct like our modern understanding of like how a differential works. I'm curious if like ordinary people consumed stuff like this and had like some kind of understanding, or maybe maybe I'm deluding myself and these things were just like consumed by super educated people or something. I don't know. I think another thing that an emailer brought up once, and I've talked to people about this, is I like this concept he brought up. He called it the magic box. And I think I agree with that as well. That have I ever read this email on stream, or have I only spoken about it? Basically, the idea is that back in the day, so like for instance, if you drive a manual car, you probably have a slightly better understanding of how a car works than if you drive an automatic car. Not like a hugely different understanding, but like if I were to try to explain like, oh, like what's the difference between like your transmission, or like if I were to bring up like, here's a powertrain and here's a drivetrain, and can you explain like how a transmission gets power from the powertrain to the drivetrain. If you drive a manual car, you can probably like put it together in your brain. Like, okay, well, when I'm driving my car and I spin the fucking engine and I see the RPMs go up and I have first gear, second gear, the gears get smaller to bigger. Yeah, okay. You basically are using gears to take the spin from the powertrain and then somehow that's plugging into the wheels. I don't know how it sounds right. And you're like, oh, okay, sure. But if I were to ask somebody who drives an automatic car that, right, can you explain like drivetrain, powertrain, and like transmission? How's the transmission connected to an automatic driver? I don't fucking know. I push the gas and the car goes. I don't fucking know, right? That as your technology becomes more and more and more abstracted and stuff becomes more complicated, rather than being a person who is operating things where you like kind of have, you got like some understanding of like what's going on in the device you operate, you're truly operating magic boxes. You have no fucking idea, right? Like I imagine that early automobile drivers, like it's weird. Early automobile drivers, my guess would be probably intuitively understood more principles of engineering and automobile operation than modern drivers, right? Just because a modern driver, I was gonna say you get in, you turn the key, you don't even turn the key, you get in the car, you push the button, and you push the gas and it just goes, it just works. Whereas for old cars, I'm sure, I even mentioned even mentioning manual, I don't even know if there were clutches on old cars. I think you just had to fucking shift like at the right RPM and it was just it was a whole ordeal, you know? I think there was just so much going on in older automobiles in terms of like how to operate them. But let me check actually, I'm not sure. Did the first automobiles have clutches? The first clutch was introduced in the 1920s, revolutionizing the way cars operated. Prior to clutches, cars used a direct drive system which made it difficult to start and stop the vehicle smoothly. The introduction of clutches allowed for smoother gear changes and improved driving experience. I don't remember how they did it, but it was like just even changing gears in a car was just unbelievably complicatedly fucking annoying. But I think even these first clutches might have been annoying as well. Yeah, I don't know. You could argue that people who specialize in different areas now, as I think young people are much more tech literate. Yeah, but there's a couple issues at hand now, though, right? The first issue is that now you have descriptively, you have less of an understanding of how things in the world work. Okay, descriptively, that's what's going on. So this leads to a couple problems. The first problem is you're more likely to assume a conspiracy. If I can't explain how a thing works, right, then I probably assume it's easier for me to read a conspiracy into things, right? Like a lot of people I think even still to today, most people believe that your phone is listening to you and modifying your search engine results off of hearing you speak about things. I think most consumers today believe that's true. There's no evidence for this ever. There's never been presented evidence of this ever being the case, but most people believe it. But why wouldn't you? You don't look at the telemetry of your fucking phone. You have no idea what the fuck it's actually doing. You have no clue, right? So yeah, sure. Why the fuck would it? Seems like it would. They'd make money doing it, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so like as the technology becomes more abstracted, it's easier to read more conspiracies into things. And then also, I think you get a general lack of understanding in the world that also carries over to a ton of other like negative things as well. Like you might not understand, like if you don't understand how a particular thing is made, maybe you don't have an understanding of how it might like impact the environment, you know? This is kind of true of all technology though, right? Like the generation after farming was industrialized, had no idea how vegetables were actually grown. Yeah, it's true of all things. I'm just saying that as it becomes more and more abstracted, it becomes harder and harder for people to understand it. You can read more conspiracies into things. It's harder to regulate things. Yeah. The short film of the differential was made by the Jam Handy organization, which was tasked with making training films for the auto industry. Okay. Xena, did you want to come in?
Bombing.
So I don't know why we
Destiny.
care.
Okay, what's up? What do you want?
Do you want to just do dinner and actually like give me real advice and talk like as friends, or do you want to do it for content?
You know, I'm a content-driven guy. No, we can do dinner if you want. Yeah, the only problem is I wouldn't be able to do it until like next month because my kid's here until the 28th.
Oh my god.
What? Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, you can just type messages to me and I can type back. But it's probably gonna be the same shit I've said in the past. It's probably gonna be the exact same shit. But
No, it's not. It's not about that. It's more about like my perspective of whether or not like I'm not healthily thinking about things, or like I guess like I'm kind of feeling like the way that I'm thinking about things is like I'm accepting a narrative that in one sense like he's telling me I'm lying to myself because I want to believe that he didn't care about me and gave up too easily and stuff like that, and like I'm just trying to figure out like if I'm not like am I actually not thinking healthily about things for my process to like let go, like is that an unhealthy way to try to let go?
do you have somebody that you
It's
trust
like
to give you feedback on your thought process?
I've been talking to my therapist, that part I have, but even then like I mean that's still relatively new.
Okay. I mean, that's basically what you need. Is you need a friend or a therapist that you can trust to give you feedback on your thought process, who will give you honest information and not just simp for you. But this requires you to also be soliciting honest information and to be receptive to honest information. I don't know. I don't think we've had very many critical conversations, so I can't say. But I don't. If you are cutting out people that are telling you things you don't want to hear, and you're hunting for certain opinions, then you're never going to get good feedback on your thought process, and you're just going to constantly be upset unless you're getting what you want from whoever that you're arguing with. I'm not saying that you do that. I'm just saying that that's a thing that a lot of people run into.
Right. Yeah. Cause like I wanted to rant and vent, but then I was like, that's why I told you like we could chat privately. I'd rather just message you and not do the whole
Sure.
whatever. Cause I have stuff that I actually am gonna like want to tell you and get your honest feedback, like of my actions alone, just like and how I'm like perceiving things or whatever. So like, yeah, if you're down when you're not busy, like I'll type it out, I'll make it make sense, and then get your feedback that way instead of just like crying on your stream.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I will say that like when you write stuff down, like this is the process, okay, that I would go through. All right, if I were you, okay? If you have a particular thing that you want to talk to somebody about, okay. So first you think like, okay, I want to solicit feedback from this person. I need them to talk about a particular thing. Okay? So write down your thoughts that you want feedback on, okay, from the person. Oh, I'm writing this down here. Okay. Write down your thoughts, you know, whatever it is that you want to talk about or get feedback on. Okay. Once you've written that down, all right, stop and look at it and read it and ask yourself two questions. Or it's one question, okay? What are you looking to get from asking for that feedback? Because another trap that people will fall into is like, here's two ways that a conversation could go, okay? Hey, I want to talk to you. I'm trying to get some feedback. And then person's like, okay, yeah, what's up? Okay, well, it's about my friend. Okay, yeah, talk to me. Okay, so every single time my friend comes over, he throws shit all over my fucking apartment, and he takes shits in the fucking toilet, and he doesn't flush, and he throws stuff at my cat, and he hurts my cat, and I'm upset by this. Do you think I'm right to be upset? Those types of conversations are completely unproductive and totally not helpful, because all you're doing is basically ranting out a whole list of issues with the other person, and you're looking for validation in your feelings.
Validation, right.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with validation, but you have to understand that validation is just there to make you feel better. It can help you cope with things. It can help you, shore up, like if you're like mentally distraught for a moment, or if you're having trouble accepting that you're even feeling a particular thing. Like, it's okay to sit there and validate your feelings for a bit, but don't seek critical feedback from people and confuse validation with critical feedback. If you're ranting about somebody and all you're doing is giving all the bad things they've done, and you're just asking if your feelings are justified, all you're looking for is validation. That's not feedback. Yeah. If you are writing problems, ideally, once you've written it out, what you're looking for is like, hey, what are the mistakes that you think I made here, and how can I avoid these in the future? That's what you should be looking for. Yeah. But usually 99% of the time, I don't know if you're going to do this, but usually what people are doing is they're looking to list problems, and they're looking for you to give them like, hey, like, what can I do to make this thing still work? Or like, I understand that these are happening, but like, this is like his problem, right? But I can change this so that we can still like work and we can still do this or whatever. Usually people are just like looking for a way back to whatever they left, and that's the only reason they're doing it.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that you just said right before that last part is close to like where my mindset keeps going to, is like constantly looking for a way to figure out how can I fix this situation, even though it's like obvious there shouldn't be a situation anymore. I shouldn't hold on to like that thought. I shouldn't want that anymore. And then I feel like, am I seeking like that validation, or like that I want the majority of people to agree with me that, oh no, I wasn't loved, therefore it makes sense for me to be like, I don't want it anymore, and to move on. Versus if I accept like, oh, I was loved, then I think that hurts me more, because it's like I feel like I failed at something, or I did something wrong and I lost somebody that I cared about.
Sure. Okay. Here.
So I'm like trying to figure that out and process that.
Sure. Trying to figure it out and process it is a lot different than trying to like make rapid fire changes, so that you can like move on to, or so that you can, sorry, fuck. What do you want, Vegan Games?
Oh, I just thought I could add to the conversation to help Xena.
Sure. Okay. Let me just finish up real quick and some random stuff. Okay. Here, when it comes to leaving past relationships, Xena, these are 3 broad pieces of information that I think are true for all people. Some people might disagree with me. I think those people are young or misinformed. I feel very strongly about all 3 things I'm about to say, okay? So take it or leave it, but you'll never change my mind on these, okay? So, number 1, okay, if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you're the only one pouring a lot into a relationship, then it's probably not a good situation. It can't be on one person to make a relationship survive. Even if the relationship ends up working out at periods of time, nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're the only one trying. And when the relationship ever flips in terms of like you getting upset over something, you're going to constantly be in like a pursuer-evader dynamic where as soon as you have a problem, the other person wants to split, meaning that you're going to be held hostage basically to their emotional whims at all points in the relationship. You're going to be on their time frame. You're going to be on their emotional schedule. You're not going to be able to ever have a problem or express a concern of your own, because that person's always going to ditch because they only want to be with you when you're trying like at 1,000,000% to make the relationship work. Okay. Number 1, you understand that?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Don't be stuck in those situations. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Number 2 is if you find that you are pouring a ton of work into a relationship constantly over stressing and fighting and resolving disputes and blah, blah, blah. But like afterwards, like things are okay. Don't do that. Like you don't want to throw so much effort into a relationship just to build it up to normal, okay? All that energy could be going towards making a healthy relationship so much more fun. You don't want to be dumping all of that energy just to make a relationship not want to make you kill yourself. It's such a waste of energy. There are so many more productive relationships to pour your time and energy into, okay?
Yes.
Number 2, and then number 3, you may or may not believe this right now. I don't know. If you don't believe me now, then you can waste 10 years of your life and you'll come to learn it eventually. Okay. Personally, all right, there are no near misses ever. Near misses do not happen in relationships. If 2 people really want to be together and there's like a strong desire to make that happen, it will happen. Barring some exceptional circumstance, like somebody dies of cancer or people have to leave maybe for college or they get like abducted by a kidnapper. If 2 people really want to make a relationship work, both sides will find ways to contribute to make it work. If you're leaving this, because it usually happens when they're falling apart, especially when one person feels like they're pouring so much effort into it, usually what happens is the biggest reason you're mind fucking yourself is because you're like, fuck, like when it works, it's so good and that's fine. And like, we're so close to making it work and blah, 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 blah. No, that's not true. If that was the case, you should be able to leave or pull back and the other person should chase a lot as well. Not just in exceptional times where you've I'm loading this a lot, but sometimes people
No,
feel
I'm
like,
listening.
sure. Sometimes people feel like when they're being emotional or vulnerable to a partner and they're getting a better response out of their partner, they might think that, well, when I'm showing more or when I'm making this clear, like my partner is like, he does love me and he's willing to put this, blah, blah, blah. In reality, you're probably just putting them into like appeasement mode where they're panicking and they see you having like an emotional response, like, fuck, like, okay, yeah, I love you. It's okay. We'll do this, blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right. So you get into this like super negative death spiral of, anytime you're not like super emotional, they're not giving you exactly what you want. Anytime you express a problem, they want to pull back, causing you to show more like vulnerability or big emotions, which is basically like manipulating them into coming back and appeasing you and then getting things back to neutral. This is like a death spiral that you don't want to be stuck in. So if like two people like have a bunch in common or enough to like make a relationship really work, these relationships are never going to not happen just because one side just didn't push quite hard enough. They're probably not happening because there's a whole bunch of reasons why they shouldn't happen. And the only way they would ever work is if one side forces it super fucking hard, which is miserable for a whole bunch of other reasons, I would say. Those are 3 pieces of advice that I think applies to every single like ending relationship. Basically, there are no near misses in relationships. Don't think of it that way. It just wouldn't. That's not the case. There's not a near miss. Otherwise, the other side would be putting way more effort in. Don't be putting all the effort into the relationship. You're just one person. Don't ever be in an unbalanced circumstance like that. It's bad for your mental health and it leads to a bunch of other external negative things happening. And don't be dumping a bunch of energy into a relationship that you're putting all this energy just to make it so you guys don't hate each other and you're bringing it like back to neutral. Don't do that either. You'd rather dump the energy into something more healthy. Those are the 3 things I say are generally true.
That kind of sounds exactly like what I'm feeling or going through, honestly. So I hear you.
Yeah, well, talk to somebody and you should write down like strict like borders. I think it's good to like attach like time constraints. Like don't say I'm not going to talk to this person anymore. And then like not.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing and that's what he's doing, and I think he's gonna stick to that, which is good and that's healthy. Like,
yeah, but it
I
can't
was
be
talking
like
to my mom about it, and she was saying too, like sometimes when you care about someone, you do have to walk away, especially for your own mental health. So he is making a right decision when it comes to that, so that we're not trapped in this. But like for me, obviously, it's hard for me to even like get to the point where I can actually like block him, and then I get stuck in this like spiral where it's like he'll write me a big paragraph like apologetic thing and then be like, I'm blocking you so you don't have to respond, and it's like he writes all this stuff and then blocks me, and so then I'm stuck with this feeling like I have to somehow reach out because I want to reply, and I have to get rid of like not doing that. Like I have to stop feeling that way as well. Like I have to figure out a way that's going to make me able to let go. And I don't want to let go because I hate this person, so I don't, but I also do want to like think of it as honest or as real as I can, like about like you said, like if one person's putting the majority of their energy into a relationship and the other person's not, then it's just that they don't want to be together type thing.
I have some advice for you. So, I think you should adopt the philosophy of nihilism. I was actually able to cure my depression due to nihilism. It's the recognition that nothing matters. All suffering, and I'm not talking about pain, I'm talking about suffering, which is a distinct thing. Nihilism can't remove any pain. If you stub your toe, it's going to hurt, obviously. But suffering is a different thing. I think the best way I can explain it is pain is the feeling of stubbing your toe. Suffering is the mental state you get into where you are sad about stubbing your toe. You're miserating about stubbing your toe. You're asking, why the hell did this have to happen to me? If you recognize that nothing matters, love doesn't matter, peace doesn't matter, happiness doesn't matter, suffering doesn't matter, your family doesn't matter, nothing matters, that allows you to make an actual conscious decision to choose your feelings. The only reason
But if nothing matters, then my feelings wouldn't matter either, to choose
That's right.
my feelings.
Well, that's right. Your feelings don't matter. But your feelings do have a clear benefit towards you. it is true that there is no value, there is no meaning, but we can say descriptively that certain feelings do have a benefit to a conscious being. Feeling happy has a benefit to a conscious being. That's a descriptive claim. If you recognize that nothing matters, no people in your life matter, life is just, it's really just a stupid game. What is the point of miserating about anything? What is the point about saying, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? Why are they treating me this way? It's an acceptance of the state of reality, and it's also a recognition that you can choose to feel a certain way. Like, let me give you an example. I'm sure you've seen, like, channels on Reddit like r/public freakout. You'll see arguments people are having where they're ridiculous arguments, you know, road rage, and you laugh at it. It's funny. Why is it funny? It's because you're not a part of the problem, and when you take a look back and you can see this whole circumstance, there's no reason why they're fighting. They could have just gone about their day and nothing happened and everybody would have been happy, but they choose to have the stupid, pointless argument, and here you are laughing about it. But for some reason, when something like that happens to you, where somebody cuts you off, you pull over, you'll start screaming, you'll start getting angry. There's no difference between these two situations, but you've actually made a conscious decision to make it matter. It matters that you're in the right. It matters that that person cut you off. You did nothing wrong. It matters what that person feels. You have to convince them that they're in the wrong. And that's creating the suffering. If you would, like, you can look at all these interactions kind of like rain hitting the water. Rain will hit the water and it will cause ripples. These ripples will interact with other ripples and you'll see this massive amount of turbulence in the water. What is stopping you from just being a rock in the water where ripples just bounce off of? If you could have an outlook on life where you could just look at these, like every circumstance that's happening to you, you had an outlook on life the same way as when you look at these like Reddit posts on r/freakout. If you had that same mentality, none of this matters. This argument is pointless. It's all stupid. You can just choose to laugh at it.
Why does eating meat matter?
Well, I'm not saying it does matter. I have a certain set of preferences that I would prefer to see in the world, but I'm not making a claim that it matters. I'm just saying that I have a certain set of preferences that I'd like to see. And nihilism doesn't mean that you don't have certain preferences. You're going to have a preference to sleep in a warm bed versus a cold floor.
Well, I feel like it would be more of a feeling because you're pretty passionate.
Okay, wait, hold on, wait, before we go to, okay, wait, hold on, because I don't.
Well,
I don't
we shouldn't get into this argument.
Yeah, I don't want to do the whole
thing.
This is
important.
This is just
Yeah,
as a quick thing, because I don't have much time left. Okay, because just as a quick thing. Okay, and then you guys can hash as much as you want to talk about nihilism. Okay.
Yeah.
Xena, the way that you phrase things and the way that you talk, this is an impossible thing to communicate because it's an emotional hurdle that you have to jump over. Is when you're talking about working on yourself or responding to things, okay? You cannot orient yourself emotionally through space and time like you're doing things with the goal or purpose of getting back together with the old relationship. That can't be the case because you're setting yourself up for destruction and you are not setting yourself up for success in any future interaction. So for instance, if you're like, after a relationship like this fails, the thought should be, what kind of energy am I putting out and why am I entering relationships that aren't working for me? Like, what do I need to change? And then you make those changes. It shouldn't be, if I make these changes, I can make that old relationship work again. Because when you say things like, well, if he sends me a message and blocks me, I have like a compulsion to go and message him on other platforms. Like, that doesn't sound like, oh, I'm over this and I'm good. That sounds like if I just can argue this one point successfully, if I can just get this one thing like correct, like he'll see that I'm right and then he'll put in effort and make this work and blah, 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 blah. And that's not...
Yeah, that's my problem.
Well, look, I'm explaining the root of the problem. The solution to this is nihilism. She's looking at things with this lens that all these things matter. Her relationship with this specific person matters. things have to work out in a certain way. If you recognize that none of this matters, you can make a conscious choice and make decisions that just benefit you.
Yeah, that might be the case, but I think this is like a whole change philosophically in mindset.
Yeah, and it's
gonna-
probably too much for me to like really
Well, it's something that you have to
process
work
or
on.
understand at this point.
Yeah, but I think
Well,
I don't think
it's
I would
something
like.
that
my
you have
issue
to
is
work
more
on over
so
time.
I wouldn't
what
recommend like.
Destiny said. It is very much that issue. Exactly what he said is spot on. Everything Destiny said
And
is spot on. I do get to that point where I'm like, if I could argue this or make this point, then I could fix everything and restore what I've wanted. And that's
Well,
the
right.
point that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get past that point.
Yeah.
I'm at this stage where, for example, the loss of this relationship affects me and hurts me, and I feel pain for it. And then it hurts me when I feel like the person that I'm losing does not feel that pain and is not suffering in the way that I am suffering.
Yeah.
And so then I
And
get
it
in this
doesn't
loop
matter.
where it's like, can I fix this? Can I make this person still care
Right.
about me?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
Well,
And
but it
if
does.
you
It
would
does matter.
internalize-
It does emotionally. It has
No,
an
it
impact.
doesn't.
It does to the person emotionally, right? They can't choose to just not have that
And-
emotional feeling. That's like
well,
a whole.
no, you can't.
And I've been
It
diagnosed with
absolutely
bipolar
can.
type 1 and I'm unmedicated.
Right, and I'm telling you, if you use these mindfulness techniques and you internalize nihilism, you can eliminate all of the suffering from your life. Like, look, somebody can tell you that, okay, this is exactly what you should do. You should stop messaging this person. You should just never make sure that they never message you or you never look at their messages. It doesn't solve the problem of your mindset that is creating the issue, and it's never going to be solved unless you fundamentally change that mindset. So, like, it doesn't matter. And I don't think you could make an argument for why it matters. It's impossible. The only truth is nihilism.
Emotional and
it
chemical-
doesn't matter.
Emotional attachment, chemical brain makeup, like that's why it technically matters. I understand like what you're saying philosophically, like in the end none of this matters. We're all going to die and this is all just going to be a distant memory nobody's ever going to remember. I get that. But in this moment, I am here, I am conscious, I'm a human being, I have a lot of emotions, and I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. I have bipolar type 1 and ADHD. So for me, it matters, and it matters a lot.
Two things to point out here. You're not a slave to the chemistry in your brain. You can find associations between certain brain states and certain emotions, but they're not perfect associations. There are people with very low serotonin activity in their brain, which should correlate to depression, but they're massively happy. There's something about consciousness that is not necessarily a slave to some sort of chemical state in the brain. There are clearly different mindsets and attitudes that you can adopt that prevent those feelings. Secondly, I don't think you can even characterize bipolar disorder as a chemical imbalance in the brain. That could be caused by a number of things. That could be caused by poor upbringing, where you're never taught how to emotionally regulate. There could be a number of causes. And again, you're only exacerbating the problem by convincing yourself there's no way I can think any differently. There absolutely is a way for you to think differently, and it's something that you have to work on. Like, how are you benefiting yourself by, like if Destiny were to tell you, okay, well, there's no way you're ever going to get over this person. There's no way you're never going to be able to block this person. It's just your brain chemistry that's imbalanced. There's no way you can ever think differently, so you should just continue to pursue this person, keep trying to make the relationship work, because there's some sort of brain chemistry that will forever link you to this person and you'll never be able to get over them. Like, is that going to help you? Or do you recognize...
what Destiny was saying was valid in the sense of he wasn't saying it was necessarily the person, but more so my own inner issues that I'm dealing with. It's my own denial of my own self-worth. That's the struggle. It's not necessarily the lack of the other person or what they did or didn't do. It's more so what I felt I needed for me. So it's inner. It's all about, like, it is about what my inner issues is and what I'm struggling with for my own self-value and what I feel I lacked. And that's where the issues are coming from.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's
right.
not
Wait.
about-
Okay, wait, hold on. Also, listen, if you want to talk to her afterwards about all this, you can do that. I don't have much time left, and I got to run through my shit real quick. Okay? But then afterwards, you
Yeah,
can message
sure.
her.
If you could finish reacting to the video.
I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah. All right, take care.
Yep. Okay. All right. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I would make a couple different assumptions. Okay. The first thing I would assume, all right, is you are a slave to the chemistry in your brain. When I say that, what I mean is that right now there are certain things that you see, and there are certain things that you like can be exposed to. There's perceptions that you can have, okay, that will induce huge emotions in your brain. Okay. Anything having to do with the person you're trying to get over. So that might be them messaging you. It might be seeing their stream go live and you get a notification. It might be seeing somebody else bring their name up. These are things that will induce a massive emotional response in you. It always does when you're like in the process of separating from somebody, okay? Number one, that's important to keep in mind, okay? Do not ever bullshit yourself into thinking that you are in direct control of how you emotionally respond to things. You are not. That is a delusion. And if you think that, you will never, ever, 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 ever get better at ever emotionally regulating yourself ever. Humans cannot do that, okay? What you can do is you can change the way that you respond to those feelings, and you can change the way that you, or you can change your exposure to those feelings, okay? So what you should do is if you're trying to separate from somebody, okay, what you should do is one, is you should legitimately block everything and don't like have a compulsion. Don't have a compulsion. Stop responding to messages. Stop trying to justify or argue anything. Stop sending emails. Stop stalking on social media, whatever. So try to cut off as much content as you can. Okay. Number one. Okay. But understand that number two, you're going to have a compulsion to do it. You're going to want to do it. Okay. Right now, when you sound like you are of a sober state of mind, you sound like you're reasonable, you sound like you do it, okay? Have a friend that you write to, have somebody that can hold you accountable, message that person and say, fuck me. I feel like he just went live. I think I want to go and watch and see what's going on. Or, oh, I think he's talking to some chick. I'm going to message her. Or, oh, I just saw him on Twitter. Anytime you have a feeling, either find a person that you know they can hold you accountable, message them, and they're like, hey, okay, well, don't be a dumb bitch. Let's fucking go get drinks. Or let's play fucking Valorant. Or let's just call and chat for like 20 minutes, okay? The first week or two of this is always the hardest, okay? It only gets easier after the first week or two. It never gets worse after 2 weeks. It's never the case that somebody tells you, man, when I broke up with my partner and everything, and oh God, it was so horrible and painful after 2 weeks, and then after 3 weeks, it got real bad. No, it's always the worst right at the start when you realize that it's happened and it's over or whatever. And from there, it only gets better. But every single time you re-engage, you're resetting your emotional counter every single time. So if it's really bad for a week, and then 2 weeks, and then in the third week, it's kind of better, and in the fourth week, it's a little better, and then after like 6 weeks, you're like, oh, I'm going to chat with them again or whatever. When you chat with them again, you're going back to day zero. Every single time, that is unavoidable. That only changes after you're completely over it, not in 6 weeks, not in 2 months, not when you think you've changed to a level, well, now he'll accept, but when you're like, I don't even know. The true marker, I'll tell you this, but you have to be able to not bullshit yourself when you think about this. The true marker is you should be able to say in your mind, if this person would have messaged me again and say, hey, I think I want to try again, would I immediately jump to them or would I say, I don't know, let me think about it? Until you can honestly answer in the latter, you're not ready to re-engage with this person, okay? So that's the first thing, okay? So understand, that you are going to have stupid, crazy emotional responses to things. You can't control it. Don't bullshit yourself into thinking it. Find a friend to hold you accountable, okay? Message that friend when you have those things and don't act on those compulsions. Every single time you act on the compulsion, you're resetting yourself to day zero and you're going to loop this over and over and over and over and over again, okay? And what you have to do also, okay, is you right now, okay, you have to write this down right now to do it, okay? Because when you are in a certain emotional state of mind, you can bullshit yourself into literally fucking anything, okay? No matter what, if you don't have a plan prior to a certain emotional state, you will tell yourself lies to convince you that it's okay. I can just watch this one stream. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm not even paying attention right now. I've got something else going on in the background. I can message this person. Like, we've got mutual friends anyway. It's fine. Like, you will always find reasons to bullshit yourself to do the thing that you want to do for other reasons. Yes. Okay. So, and then the final thing I would recommend, okay, is if you fuck up, okay, every time you fuck up, write down how you feel after you fuck up. And anytime you successfully avert giving into one of those compulsions, write down how you feel after a compulsion. Because if you don't have a friend that you can message, or if you don't have somebody to hold you accountable, sometimes it's nice to open like a notepad on your computer and you're like, fuck, I really want to look. Okay, well, the last 10 times I messaged this guy or did this, I can see that every single fucking time afterwards for the next like 3 days, I'm a fucking mess. And here I've got on this notepad, every single time I went out for drinks, I hung out with a friend, I played a video game, I watched a movie, on all of these, on every single one, I felt better afterwards. Because I'm telling you, you will. every single time. It might not emotionally feel that way, but that is what will happen. Every single time, there is never, ever, ever in the history of all of fucked relationships has somebody said, yeah, when I started to get over that person, there was one time where like their thing popped up and I wanted to check their post and I didn't end up checking their post and I watched a movie instead. And afterwards I realized like, fuck, I should have been obsessing over my ex instead. I fucked up so hard. That will never, ever, ever happen to you, okay? Those are the things that I would, that's what I would say. You either implement these or you don't. If you don't, you will loop and lap this, and you will be 45 years old, and you will have the exact same problem, and you'll cry because you haven't fixed it, and this will continue to happen forever. That's, at the end of the day, you're the only one that can make the decision, but you have to like implement the tools. You have to do the tools, okay? Because your brain is fucking retarded. All of life, the smartest people on the planet, okay? The only reason why they're smarter than other people is because they are aware of how horrible their mind is, okay? And all they've done is they spent all this time in the world putting themselves in the right environments, giving themselves the right people to bounce ideas after, and building the right cognitive toolset to counter the absolute distortions that your mind will create when you want emotionally a particular thing, okay? Don't trust yourself, don't trust your brain. Figure out tools, write shit down, find a friend to hold you accountable, and write down your emotions after all these things to try to remind yourself, okay? That's what I recommend, all right?
Thank you, Destiny.
Good luck. Also, if that doesn't work, try nihilism, okay? Good luck.
Yeah, I will try nihilism if it doesn't work. Thanks, Destiny.
Good luck. Okay. We will watch the end of this because Vegan Games wants us to.
Care about buildings so much. I care more about people.
They have people in them, dumb fuck. They have people in them.
And Hamas also uses buildings. So did the Nazis.
I forgot. That's where they're forging aluminum. You're right.
So
you fucking weird.
So
you're a
if
weirdo.
so,
you care more about chicken and my chicken coop.
Can you let me finish, please?
I think you have finished, but you can go.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm out finished, but you can go.
So if we look at the civilian to fighter casualty ratios with the Israel invasion of Gaza, you're seeing risk ratios between 26 to about 47. That is well outside.
Why are we?
Do you know the difference,
I think you just wanted to watch this guy
normal
explode.
and normalized?
What do you mean by that?
Well, these numbers, you're going to tell me that the civilian death counts, by the way, that Israel is giving you, by the way, without digging up the people that are under 17 tons of rubble that won't be found for months, right? But we're trusting those Israeli numbers, right? So that's what I'm asking you.
So
what is the difference? Hold on, let me finish. What is the difference between normal numbers of civilian casualties in a conflict like this and normalized numbers? Can you tell me the distinction?
I don't know what you mean by normalized.
Oh, by the way, a big prediction. A lot of people are saying like I think I've even said this actually. I thought of it as norm. After the war ends, the casualty and the death rates are probably going to rise quite a bit because you're going to be digging people out of the rubble. My guess is actually after the conflict ends, the casualty numbers are either going to stay the same or probably fall because right now the Gazan Health Ministry partially relies on media and missing persons reports to fill out like the number of dead. So if somebody's missing and they have big families over there, people are probably going to report it, and those are going to be like showing up in the casualty numbers. But if those people start showing up at the end or whatever, like the casualty numbers will stay the same because they won't change them or they'll fall. That'd be my guess. But I don't believe that there are all these thousands of people buried under the rubble that aren't being reported because the families should be reporting them missing. Would be my guess here. But do your dailies. I'm working on it. Okay. Validating these feelings are the only way to progress there. You did well. Big D. More of that. I'm gonna big D. Yo, mama. A quick thing. I think that was the Gaza Media Office, not the Health Ministry. The Gaza Media Office was relying on like sketchy media reports, but I think the Gaza Health Ministry will still rely on reports from family members. Not that that's bad, by the way. Please don't misunderstand that I'm saying that like that's a horrible way to do it. And in times of war, especially when a lot of your hospital infrastructure shut down, that's a totally acceptable way of trying to think of like, okay, well, these people are missing, they could be dead. Like you don't have like a body and everything. That's not the worst thing ever. But what was I saying? Validating emotions. It's okay to feel a response to something, even if you made mistakes and you fucked up and you're doing the bad actions. It's okay to take a moment sometimes and like accept the fact that it's okay to feel a particular way, right? Let's say that how to say this. Let's say that you stole from like a store. You stole $1,000. You got caught. You got arrested, and you go to prison. And there's like some emotional issue here where you're like, "Fuck, I'm so fucking stupid. Like, I can't even be mad. Like, I fucked my life. Blah blah blah." Sometimes, depending on the blocks you have, it's okay to sit down for a moment and be like, "You know what? I did fuck up. I am imprisoned. I've got a criminal record, whatever the fuck." But like, it's okay to feel horrible about that. It's okay to feel like you fucked up. It's okay to sit with the feeling for a little bit. Just don't get mind fucked, because so many, especially women with psychology terms, I'm not even referring to Xena here, just in general. Women have taken psychology terms, and now it's like validating feelings becomes synonymous with justifying your actions. And those two things are worlds apart. Validating an emotion just means that it's okay as a human being, if you have an emotional response to something, you don't have to judge yourself for the emotion. You judge yourself for your actions, okay? If your wife wakes you up in the middle of the fucking night over some autistic, retarded fucking shit, okay? It's okay to feel upset. It's not okay to beat the shit out of her, all right? Depending on what she woke you up for, right? So validate your feelings. Don't confuse validating your feelings with justifying your actions, which a lot of people do, okay? And then the reason why you validate a feeling and you understand why it's okay to feel a particular way is because then you can move on to changing the environment so that you have different feelings, because now you have different stimuli, okay? Don't ever mind fuck yourself into thinking that you can think your way out of an emotional problem. If you could think your way out of an emotional problem, you wouldn't have had the emotional problem to begin with, and you would not be a human being. You would be a robot. It doesn't work that way.
So you're not smart enough to know what normalization means?
Remember, if you could think your way out of emotional problems, we wouldn't have emotions. We would just have thoughts, right? Emotions serve as a shortcut, not even a shortcut. Emotions work at a much more baser fundamental thing. And these things are driven by hormones and other physiological factors that are sometimes outside your control. Like, yeah, don't mind fuck yourself into that.
I don't know what you mean by normalized.
So you're not smart enough to know what normalization means? You're a pretty smart guy. Sounds like a word you must have heard.
I just want to understand the proposition you're making.
Just on Israel, you don't know what I mean when I say the plain English word normalized? Just on Israel.
I have no idea what normalization of casualties means. Normalization? I hope he's not going to say, like, if we count, like, rate by month or something. I don't know.
If I said it was normalized, I bet if I'd said earlier, it's normalized to rape cows, you'd have been like, yep, you know what normalized meant then. But for some reason, we're talking IP and vegan gains.
Oh, normalized. Oh, like a behavior is made normal. Normalized is such a general word that I feel like that could mean anything. It could have had like a particular statistical interpretation, but okay.
Doesn't know what normalized means. You want to look it up yourself so we can move on, or you want to keep dithering about a word that you've used a million times?
Like what's the proposition?
The proposition is, what is the difference between you giving me a number and going, look, 17,000 casualties per square foot or whatever is normal for this type of fucking thing. It doesn't indicate, according to this, and this, indiscriminate bombing. I asked you to distinguish between normal and normalized, because I don't think there's anything normal about baby parts being blown all over the fucking city and the rubble and the destruction.
That probably is an incredibly normal thing in like military conflict. I'm sure children, babies, civilians, women, dogs, like people probably get blown up all the time. That's actually probably an incredibly normal part of military conflict, but unfortunately.
And the fucking bombing of people and nuking of people and fucking all the shit that goes on in war, bro. All of it.
Okay, well, the proposition you made was that Israel is indiscriminately bombing.
I'm going to talk to you as a vegan. You called what was going on with cows a Holocaust earlier.
Yes.
Is there a Palestinian Holocaust happening right now?
No, there's not.
Bye.
There's a Hamas Holocaust.
Bye, fucking
so
weirdo.
I thought you wanted to have a discussion on this. Okay, I guess we're done.
Jesus.
Okay, I figured. All right, well, the point I was going to make that he didn't allow me to make was that if he's going to claim Israel is indiscriminately bombing, then we can cross-reference that.
Well, you got him. We didn't read Gorsuch's opinion today of Chevron. Oh. Okay. What does it mean to be an American? We didn't even get there today. I want to get this done in the next day or two before that Knowles show, because I think it's important. What's up, Josiah? Okay, connections. Copper, honey, cover, melt, sub, shrink, hero, condense, freeze, hack, backup, someday, alternate, fantasy, vaporize, and suit. Okay. Well, states of matter change. We've got vaporize, melt, condense, and shrink. No, freeze. Melt, freeze, vaporize, and oh god. What does it mean when you go from like a what do you go from to like a plasma? I have no idea. Could it really be states of matter? No. This is a meme. They're trying to fuck me here. They're trying to fuck me. Hold on. Hold on. A sub, a melt, a hero. These are sandwiches. Wait, but what's the other sandwich? Condensed cover, a honey, a copper. Wait. Alternate free. Wait, no. No. A melt, a hero. No, wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh god, I'm mind fucking myself. Oh wait, okay, okay, you're thinking in your head of like, well, someday this might happen. You're gonna have a fantasy of what's going on, an alternate version of things could have happened, or wait, fuck, wait, what the fuck? Hold on. I'm fucked. Wait, I can't find anything. A hero, a melt, a sub, a hack? That's not a sandwich. A shrink, a honey, a copper. A cover? It has to be sandwiches. It's going to be one off, okay? We're going to go with... One of these has to be like a stupid fucking sandwich. Fuck. Honey shrink. Fuck me. There's not a sandwich called a hack, right? That would be so stupid. No, fuck. I just need one thing. Hold on. Shrink. Condense. Making things smaller. Vaporize. These would all make things smaller. If you condense it, well, technically turning things into vapor makes them larger? I don't know. Shrinking something? Oh god. It's all over, guys. I'm so sorry. I failed you. Honey. What words have honey in them? Wait. Heart melting, sub-heart, heart shrink, heat shrink, heat shrink, heat melt, no. What about things you can do to servers? You could like hack a server, or you could back up a server, you could... Guys, I'm not getting anything. I'm not going to have any of this. I can't. I'm not going to. It's all ogre for me. I'm so sorry. I failed you all. Patty melt. Melt hero. It's... fuck me. It's not this. It's going to say one off. I'm not even one off. It has nothing to do with the sandwiches. We fucked up so much. Okay, no sandwiches. Erase that from your mind. Okay, states of matter change, all right? Melt. Condense. Not really. Melt, freeze, vaporize. Condense and shrink. These are like synonyms. Fuck, it's not gonna... Sub? No. Submit. Change states of matter. Oh. Okay. Vaporize. Condense. I mean, like, things can condense without changing states of matter, no? Is that actually true? Like, can't you condense something without the matter state changing? I don't know. Can you? No, I know you can for air. Air can be more or less. For... I don't know the answer to this. For air you can. For a liquid, can you? You must be able to, right? Pressure, yeah, because you're applying pressure. If you increase pressure, is increasing pressure condensing it? I think it is. I don't know. We'll look it up after. Remind me after. Okay, ignore that. We got one. Okay, back to this. Let's go. All right. Oh, an alternate. A sub. Are these like people on the bench? Cover. Can you cover for me? And a backup. Boom. Absolutely. Yes. Okay, replacement. Okay. We got it. We're in like gin. I don't know what that means. Okay. Copper suit. Oh no. Stupid. Wait. Is a copper jacket, is that the name of like a bee? And then like a suit jacket? And then a someday jacket? Honey jacket? No, that's not real. Hold on. Lawsuit? Law hack? Hack law? Fantasy law? Shrink law? No. Hero. Okay. Hold on. We're getting here. Someday. Someday and fantasy kind of seem like they're... Hack, hero, someday shrink. Lawsuit, this suits you well, or a suit you wear. Copper. Someday. Oh God, one of these is going to be real stupid. I can tell one of these is going to be really stupid. Hack can also mean to destroy something. Shrink. A shrink. Hold on. This isn't stupid like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's like a fantasy movie. That is not possible. It cannot. It's never that. It's never something that fucking stupid. Impossible. Hack, hero, and copper and suit. I shouldn't even I'm not even going to pull the trigger on this. There's no shot it would be something so fucking stupid. Fuck. Okay, one away. Fuck. Honey, shrink, fantasy, and someday. I feel like we swap out someday with hero. What is this? Someday, suit, copper, and hack. It can't possibly be this. It can't be this. Honey, shrink, fantasy. Wait, okay. It's either hack, copper, or suit. Honey, shrink, a fan. Oh my God. Honey, do, heat, shrink, wrap. Honey wrap, fantasy wrap, a suit wrap. Is that a real thing? Is a fantasy wrap a real thing? Fantasy football? Okay, we know someday and hero go together. Someday, hero, and hack, copper, or suit. Hero someday. Bro. Hero someday. Hack. suit. It's going to be like a dumb word thing. It's going to be a stupid word thing. I know it's going to be a stupid word thing. Copper. It's going to be so dumb. Lawsuit, suit. Shrink, honey. Fuck. Like if I pick hack, what are these? Hero, someday, and copper and suit. I have no clue. I'm never gonna get it. I can't, guys. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out on this one. I'm tapping out on this one. I can't do it. Hero, copper, suit, someday. Honey, shrink, fantasy. Copper, suit. I'm an idiot. I'm just too stupid for this game. I'm too stupid. I don't deserve to be here. Fuck! What? Slang names for professions. A copper? A hack? Isn't that like an insult? Mariah Carey, #1 hits. I don't think I might have heard of a couple of these. Oh, like a copper. He's a policeman. I thought they were like slang for like a miner, like somebody mining. Is slang not insulting? Not always. Like I don't think a shrink is like an insult, or like he's a suit. I don't think that's necessarily an insult. But I think like a hack. That's an insult. It's kind of an insult? Wait, hack is an insult for sure. Destiny, a lefty friend brought up an early peace deal Zelensky won up with the US vetoed. News to me, and I can't find any info on this. Do you know the talking point? No, but it's probably not true. I doubt there was an early Zelensky talking point. Seriously doubt it. Or an early Zelensky, Here's the reminder that you asked for. Oh, okay. No, can you, something can condense without changing states of matter, right? Condensation is the technical term for gas to liquid. Sure, but cringe. Okay, all right. Today's theme, not just black and white. Oh, I love this one. I already know exactly what it is, okay? It's not just black and white. It's... Oh, nuanced. No. It's... It's Ipakia. It's regal. Okay, let's go up here. Let's find an easier way. Okay, not just black and white. It's your feelings aren't just black and white. Fuck! Your feet aren't black and white. Your fit is not black and white. Too short. Your fins. Fills. That's not a real word. Are your feels? Can your feels be a word? Teals? Leets? Oh shit, fuck me. Okay. Not just black and white. How is steel part of that? Okay. All right. Frap. Okay. Is that a word? Okay. Phrase. Fray. Fuck. Slate. Am I cheating if I'm getting other words? Does that count as cheating? What are the official... Tipsy. That's gotta be one. Ugh. What? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Nathan's dying. Regal. What? Pays. Fuck. Filmed? Flint. Okay, so it's all just, it's like building materials. Okay. I guess. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh. Multi. That's not even a real word. Okay. Based. Did I guess regal already? I think I did. Fuck. Gale? Okay. What's going on over here? Coal. Yes, that's a word. Okay. Carol. Do names count? Base. Oh, no, like a Christmas carol, actually. I think that might even be a word. Charcoal. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, rage. Rage Pope. A gala? That's a thing. Damn, I wonder what the connector word is or whatever. Pays is a word. What? Raise. That's a word. Based. What the fuck is this word? The fuck? Am I fucking retarded? Agripitha. Of course. Oh shit! Fuck me. Graphite. Fuck. What's my big word? The fuck? Something is here. What is it? Fuck. I will figure this out. Hold on. Bro, I'm fucking retarded. Hold on. Lax. Is that a word? I don't know. I need more hints. Oh, cool. Of course that's a word. Yelp. Callop. Calor. Calorie. Okay, hold on. We're getting closer. Damn, what is this word? We're gonna get it. We're definitely on the way. We're close. I can feel it. It's about to pop into our brain, guys. There's some stupid word here, I bet. It's like to Newton or some bullshit. I just don't know the word. Oh, of course that's a word. Moolah. Tomb. Tool. What the fuck? What? Oh, Munitalp. Oh, platinum. Fuck. Fuck. What is this? Wait. That's not a real word. Okay, we have to start here. No, we don't have to start there. Fuck. It's grayscale. God damn it. Fuck me. Okay. Now our daily time Geoguessr or time guesser? What is it? It's time guesser. Okay. Our last one. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Is Destiny taking a mental IQ test? Yeah, but the problem is it caps out at 180. Oh my god, I have no idea where the meme picture's from. It's got to be like from fucking... Oh, I actually have no idea. Oh, Pittsburgh. I don't know where Pittsburgh... No, yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. Okay. Whew. Wait, hold on. Pittsburgh. We're on our way to Pittsburgh, going west, meaning we're east of Pittsburgh. Where are we at? Oh, that's going to Pittsburgh and Harrisburg. Do you think we're in Philadelphia? Or we can go east to McConnellsburg. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, let's just check. This is 70 and 76. So that's 76. West. Okay, so we're going to... I mean, those could be up... Fuck. To Pittsburgh. Or Harrisburg. West 70. This is going west on 76, right? It's not east on 76, right? They would never do that. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. It's somewhere in here. Whatever. Who the fuck cares? We don't need anything else. I heard something here has a stupid fucking city name on it. Cappuccino? Oh, what's this? Harrisburg, McConnellsburg, New Station, and Everett. Do we know where... Is fucking Everett listed anywhere here? No, and it's probably some small fucking town that nobody cares about. Who cares? I'm just going to say it's outside. Somewhere outside Philadelphia. Who the fuck cares? I don't care. That's for damn sure. Also, this is a meme picture well known from the year 2020. Everybody knows that. Let's fucking go. Let's go. No! 12 years off. Fuck. Oh my god. This picture is so high quality. Look at the cars. Oh, yeah, the cars. Look at the Taco Bell. It's outdated. Look at the gas prices. What are the gas prices supposed to tell me? $3.90 for Supreme? I don't know what the fuck, how much gas costs up here. Average gas cost, Pennsylvania historical. Price per gallon. Wait, what? Dollars per gallon. Wait, what? Wholesale and resale price. Is this like way cheaper? Okay, I don't know. Don't care. PA has the highest gas tax in the country. Sounds cringe, bro. Fuck. I can let this off on the year. Fuck. Oh, this is a super famous picture. In Germany. Oslo, like Norway. Wait, could it actually be? No. Oslo probably just means some dumb shit in German. Handelsbing. This sounds like German. Does it? There's no way this is in Norway, right? Who the fuck? Why would anybody care what anybody has to say in Norway? But they're all wearing coats and shit. Like, do people even take pictures in Norway? And it's black and white. I don't think anybody lived in Norway. Nobody even lived in Norway at that time. The fuck is this? No. What are you doing over here? He's German. They're German. They're all German. Do they wear scarves in Germany? And have... Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're protesting the Vietnam War. I don't even remember. The Vietnam War was for a few years, right? Like even just U.S. involvement, I think. I don't know. We'll say 64. Fuck it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Berlin, boom. No. Wait, hold on. That wouldn't make any sense. Wait. Hold on. Wait, the Vietnam War were pictures black and white? We had fucking movies. There's no shot. Wait. This is referring to something else, right? Oh, fuck. Terror. Bummingen. I don't know what the fuck these guys are even talking about. Okay, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck this. You know what? We thought it was Germany, so it's probably Austria. So we're going to say Austria, 1950. Let's go. Fuck. No, it was in Norway? Who does anything in Norway ever? Why would you even take pictures of people in Norway? No. No shot. No shot. Fuck. I even saw the Oslo thing. I'm like, no shot. Why would anything ever happen in Norway ever? Oh. Oh my God. Why the fuck is Norway even? Who cares? Who cares? Fuck. I mind fucked myself. I was off in time anyway. Fuck me. Just fuck everything about this. All right. I lost my House Watcher badge. Literally threw Occam's razor out the window. Bro, it's House. House doesn't believe me. Fuck you. Ah, my good friend from Namli, famous Indian restaurant in India. Bro. Look, pastrami. It's a... Just fuck my shit up. Just fuck my shit up, fam. I don't care. Fuck me. Yeah, fuck my shit up, fam. 1962. Let's fucking go. India. A taxi driver peering out of a window in Istanbul, Turkey. A black and white picture in 1984? Bro. What? How could I know this? What are the context clues in here that's telling me that it's in fucking Turkey? What? Why do they sell black and white pictures? Okay, that's okay. We're about to crush these next two guys. We're going for 26,000 points. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Okay, finally, an easy one. Yes. This is not a real language. What? This isn't even anything. These aren't real characters. Am I getting, what is this? This is like a white dude wrote Chinese and thought like this must be this. Okay. All right, it's okay. I'm just trolling. I know exactly where we are. We're in this is the big 800 festival. Is it like, what is like, is Singaporean? Is that like a real thing? Like text? No, look at all these white fucking people. Wait, look at these people. It's so, what is the Lego castle? What the fuck is this? We're in some mega autismo. It's like the most autistic place you could ever possibly be. Oh, I want to say like Ireland or some cringe shit. Okay, buildings. I don't know why I'm just talking through anything. What is that? Wait, what is that? Okay, it's the marching of the Gaelic festival in Ireland. That's why they have the Lego castle. And it's a recent picture, 2014. Let's go. A street scene in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, in 2021. What? I don't know what this text is. That's wild. What? I don't even know what they're celebrating. It's okay. We're going to get at least 20K. Let's go. No. Oh, no. Don't do this. Are they slaves? What is this? Why are they dressed like this? This is some, like, famous cultural garb from some country. Bro. I'm whatever. The Netherlands. NL. Oh my God. We finally are going to get a big one. Okay, we're going to get a big one. We're going to get a big one. We're going to get a big... Wait, hold on. Hold on. 55 trillion IQ guess incoming, okay? Now listen, if I get this right, I'm an actual literal god. I'm an actual literal god, okay? Ready? If I get it right, don't look at the stream. If I get it right, I'm so smart. Okay? Because Aruba was like a colony, I think, of the Netherlands. But it actually just was the Netherlands. I should have just guessed Amsterdam. Because it would have explained all the ethnic people here. God, that was such a good guess. Fuck. It's black face, not actual black people. You are close. Read the statement. Oh, the national football team of Curacao in Volendam during a tour Does that mean they're from? Okay, that I guess that counts as Aruba. I'll take it. Oh, actually, kind of does. Ah, you know what? I'll take something from that. Curacao. All right. I love you guys. It's been fun. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay safe. Ripper and a cappuccino, poppuccino, hoppuccino, moppuccino, cappuccino, cappuccino, appuccino, appuccino, my dude. I will catch you guys. Is anything happening tomorrow? Nope. Okay. Have fun. Be careful. Show us the final score. Oh my god. I don't think we got 20k. My lowest score ever. Rip on. Be careful, my duders.